Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. This is a very serious response to a thing that's starting to happen out there in the US. It's a concept. It's a concept that is extremely dangerous to the country uh, and dangerous to our way of life. And you may or may not have heard it so far, but it's coming from um, right-wing think tanks like Hillsdale University and Claremont University. It's coming out of those people. Bannon, the guy that was, hung out with Trump. Um, the concept, the concept is called Red Caesar. Red Caesar. Red, standing for you know who, the MAGA cult people. Caesar standing for a tyrant, a dictator, to take over and reform the country. Now, I am an oath keeper. I'm an oath keeper. I swore an oath as an officer, military officer in the Army, to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Foreign and domestic. This ring is, the title of this ring is Against All Enemies, Foreign and Domestic. It's a sheepdog ring. These people are saying that the Constitution and our institution, the Constitution and the institutions represented in it are in the way, of changing and allowing certain things to happen in this country. And it will take too long, so that the Red Caesar needs to come into power and suspend the Constitution of the United States. Suspend it. And then rule by decree. Rule by decree. Make commands and decisions that are forced on the American people, all of us. I cannot tell you how dangerous that is. And the fact, and by the way, that's the Red Caesar group. I call them the MAGA cult people, and that those people that think like that. They want to burn it down. On the other side of the equation are the progressive liberal, I'll call them the Black Lives Matter crowd, the Antifa crowd more specifically, and they too want to burn it all down, right? Both thinking groups would effectively destroy the United States of America. And I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it from anybody. Once you target the institutions that are set up in the Constitution of the United States, I don't give a shit if you think things are going too slow, right? Cultural change happens, but it's supposed to happen at a manageable pace. It's not supposed to happen instantly because you want it to. Hell, you might not live to see the thing that you think needs to be there, and it might never happen, right? And if our institutions that are set forth in the Constitution of the United States prevent that, I don't care. You're just going to have to die, disappointed in your life, right? But don't you dare, I don't care who you are, start to say that the rules, that the framework of the Constitution of the United States needs to be dismantled, suspended, or done away with. Because the instant you do that, I am forced to take action against you because I'm an oath keeper. I'm going to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. If you are a person who says your loyalty, the Red Caesar, your loyalty must be to me, that's a flag on the field, right? If you are a person that says the country itself is illegitimate, right? If you are saying that our institutions are illegitimate, now we 247 years we've been a country, and trust me, there have been shenanigans. There have been shenanigans, right? And in real time, it's like, wow, man, that was crazy. But we lived through it. There have been things that have happened since we were born as a country that took hundreds of years to undo, to change. There have been laws that have been modified, changed, done away with, and certain groups have hated that. But you know what? This is America. This is still the freest country in the world. And you take your losses, and then you go back at it. But don't you dare say, because I didn't get my way, because my group didn't get their way, because of whatever, we need to disband the framework that is the basis of the United States of America. Right? So if you are a person, and I'm coming back to this Red Caesar thing, and this is a person, the group that says we need to have a strong dictator. We had one. We had somebody who wants to be that, and who is that? That's in modern time. That's Donald Trump. He hates the Constitution of the United States. Hates it. Hates it. Hates it. His character cannot sustain being controlled by the thing that built this country. He can't stand it. Why? Because he can't have his way. And he can't stand people around him to tell him, dude, you can't do that because Constitution. He hates it, right? And there are people in the MAGA cult who code word Red Caesar means Donald Trump as president of the United States. Now, if Donald Trump is elected, who knows what's going to happen in the next year, and he and or people around him make attempts to disband whatever the Constitution of the United States or the rules that govern it. And I'm telling you that some of the rulings that are coming out from the U.S. Supreme Court and will come out this year will severely constrain the executive branch of the United States government. And I think that's a good thing. What does that mean? That means ATF, FBI, all of the alphabet groups will be constrained and not able to do stupid shit that they've been doing for the last 50 years. Right? I think that's a good thing. But the president of the United States hates it because all of those agencies belong to him or her, whoever it's going to be. And keep in mind, the executive branch owns all the guns for the government. Except ours. You understand what I'm saying? So, if you are one of those people that think we need a Red Caesar to use the executive branch's guns against the civilians, or to force a change in the U.S. Constitution so that it makes their job easier, I'm sorry, I'm going to meet you on Main Street. Because I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. And if you are having it, and we have a conversation, it will probably be the last conversation we have. So don't bring that stupid conversation. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. But the instant you start to threaten the structure of what's built this country, I'm an oath keeper. So I'd love to hear your comments, thoughts, whatever they are. Whatever they are. You're free to do that here. But just understand, I'm going to respond back, right? It'll be appropriate, right? We don't get into name calling and stupid stuff, but I'd appreciate what you all think about what I just said, because I'm dead serious about that. So as always, if you like the content, subscribe, hit the bell icon, double check that you're still subscribed, because some people not, And like I always say, wherever you can, whenever you can, however you can, carry on.